Good day everybody. It's a quick one today, and as far as it's just to remind you that the more consistent you are, the more flexible you can be. And that might sound slightly counterintuitive, but it is the truth. Whether we're talking about light, whether we're talking about circadian rhythms, whether we're talking about food, exercise, anything like that, the more consistent you are as a whole, the more flexible you can be. So, people ask me, am I am I obsessed with sleep and light and stuff like that? And to a certain extent, I'm addicted to it. Yeah, absolutely, because I know how positive it can be, how positive an influence it can be on my life. But I'm also positive towards exercise and eating properly. And the key thing is that people forget is the more consistent you are, i.e. the more you get into a routine, the more flexible you can be. So it doesn't have to be 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you get it most of the time, you will still be making that progress forward. And so don't think about it as changing from one to the next, from one day to the next. Literally think about it as, okay, I'm going to make positive steps forward. So I'm going to try and do these two things every day. And then once you get those into a routine, you go, okay, I'm going to try and add this into it. And so, say for example, I have, let's think, 5 things. 5 things that I've got to do each day, or 5 things that I aim to do each day in order for it to be successful in some way, shape or form. And therefore I will aim to do all 5. But if I get 4 out of 5, does that mean it's a non-successful day? Absolutely not. It just means that I've done 80% of it. And that's important to understand, is that we're like, all the time you are making these changes and you hit 4 out of 5, then that's still 4 out of 5 positive steps forward. And the more times you can get 5 out of 5, then it means that on days where you've got social events and you know that, for example, say, okay, so I'm not going to get the right kind of light in the evening, but does that mean my whole day is just shit? Or, you're going to be drinking, and so does that mean my whole day is going to be shit? No, it means that I just have to knock off the things that I can do in the morning and in the daytime, and know that I'm not going to feel as well tomorrow. But it means that I can still get up in the morning the same as I would the next day, get some sunlight, and if I need a power nap later in the day, then I'll get a power nap later in the day. And that's what we've got to understand, is everything that you can tick off is a positive step forward to allowing your body to function better. And so it doesn't always have to be 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5 things ticked. But the more consistent you are at hitting those higher numbers, the more flexible you can be about taking the days off if need be, if you have things. So just remember that. It doesn't always have to be 0 or 5. It can always be 3 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 2 out of 5. And the more consistent you are, the more flexible you can be. Have a great day. Get enough light and sensible sun exposure. I saw a lot of people, let's just say, that didn't have sensible sun exposure over the last few days.